Dual citizenship in 2025, a new era of rules, risks, and reality. Imagine waking up one morning to find that your second passport, the one that connected you to your roots, your family, or your dreams abroad, may no longer be valid. That's what many immigrants are now facing. 2025 isn't just another year in immigration policy, it's the year dual citizenship changed forever. The global shift no one saw coming. Dual citizenship used to represent freedom, the ability to belong to two places at once. It was a bridge between opportunity and heritage, between where you live and where you came from. But in 2025, that bridge is starting to narrow. Across continents, governments are tightening who qualifies as a citizen and how long that connection lasts. For years, the process was fairly predictable. If you were born to foreign parents, married abroad, or could prove ancestry, you could often claim dual nationality. But now many countries are revisiting those assumptions. Some are enforcing stricter residency requirements, others are demanding language tests, cultural exams, or even renunciation of your existing citizenship. Why countries are tightening citizenship rules? The answer lies in politics, economics, and identity. Around the world, nations are reevaluating what it means to belong. Economic slowdowns, rising migration, and political polarization have pushed leaders to define national loyalty more rigidly. Governments say they are doing this to prevent misuse of passports, dual taxation issues, or security risks, but for ordinary families, these laws feel deeply personal. For example, India continues to restrict dual citizenship, while countries like Germany and Japan have added new conditions to limit multiple nationalities. Meanwhile, even nations once open to dual citizenship, like Australia and the UK, are adding verification steps that can take months or even years. The idea of citizenship is shifting from inclusion to scrutiny. Real stories, real struggles. Take the story of Maria, born in the US to Filipino parents. For years, she believed she could hold both American and Filipino citizenships. But when she applied for her Philippine passport this year, she discovered a new rule requiring physical presence in the country before approval. Her application was delayed indefinitely. Or consider Daniel, a U.S. green card holder from Nigeria, who wanted to secure Nigerian citizenship for his children. With updated residency laws and stricter lineage proof, his application has stalled for months. These stories are not isolated. They reflect a growing trend of confusion, bureaucracy, and emotional strain. What's happening in the U.S. context? The United States itself has not changed its dual citizenship stance. It still recognizes it in practice, but the challenge arises from other nations altering their rules. U.S. immigrants who try to maintain two citizenships now face conflicts between systems. Some countries revoke your original nationality once you take the U.S. oath of citizenship. Others quietly let you hold both, but under complicated conditions. This means U.S. residents pursuing naturalization must think strategically. Do they risk losing their ancestral citizenship? Will they be required to declare or renounce it? Each case varies, and misunderstanding the law can lead to losing both statuses altogether. The bureaucratic maze, paperwork, and policy delays. In 2025, the administrative side of citizenship has also become more demanding. Many consulates have reported record backlogs. Applicants now face longer waiting times, missing files, and inconsistent communication. Immigration attorneys warn that countries are implementing policy shifts faster than they can update their systems. That means a law may already have changed even before your paperwork is reviewed. In short, dual citizenship is no longer a simple formality. It's an endurance test of patience, planning, and persistence. The emotional cost of changing citizenship laws. Beyond paperwork, there's a human cost that rarely makes headlines. For millions, dual citizenship represents identity, something deeper than legality. Losing that connection can feel like losing a part of oneself. Children born to immigrant parents often grow up speaking two languages, celebrating two cultures, and calling two places home. But when one of those homes starts demanding proof of belonging, it creates silent heartbreak. Parents are forced to explain to their children why the country they've always loved no longer recognizes them as one of their own. Not all doors are closing, but there's hope. Some nations are moving in the opposite direction, making it easier, not harder, to belong. Portugal continues to champion dual citizenship for descendants abroad. Italy remains welcoming to those with ancestral roots, and several Latin American nations, such as Argentina and Colombia, have simplified pathways for their diasporas. These governments see the global community not as a threat but as an opportunity to build stronger economic and cultural ties. In 2025, these countries are positioning themselves as the new havens for dual citizens. Key steps to protect your citizenship journey. If you're considering or already pursuing dual citizenship, here's what you should focus on this year. Gather documentation early. Birth certificates, marriage records, passports, and proof of ancestry are now essential. Track legal updates. Check your consulate's website monthly. Policies are shifting fast. Consult an immigration attorney, especially one familiar with cross-border citizenship law. Understand renunciation risks. Some countries automatically cancel your citizenship once you naturalize elsewhere. Stay organized. Keep all communication, receipts, and applications in one place. It helps in appeals or reapplications. This moment in history is redefining what it means to belong. For decades, globalization allowed people to live, work, and love across borders. Now, the pendulum is swinging back toward nationalism and exclusivity. Yet, the truth remains human identity cannot be contained by geography. People will continue to form connections that span oceans and generations. The future of dual citizenship may be uncertain, but the human desire to stay linked to one's heritage and home remains stronger than ever. Advocacy and awareness matter more than ever. Across the U.S., diaspora groups and immigrant advocates are pushing back. They're calling for clearer, more compassionate frameworks that reflect modern realities. The push isn't just about policy, it's about humanity. These organizations argue that having multiple ties doesn't divide loyalty, it deepens it. If enough people raise their voices through petitions, community meetings, and online campaigns, governments might finally modernize outdated citizenship laws and recognize the global nature of today's families. What you can do now. Visit your consulate or embassy's website for official updates. Connect with immigrant communities for support and shared experiences. Avoid relying on social media rumors. Always confirm through licensed legal experts. If you're mid-process, don't panic, seek guidance, and stay consistent. Final thoughts. Dual citizenship has always been more than a legal label. It's a reflection of who we are, where we've come from, and where we're going. 2025 is testing that balance like never before. For many, it's a time of uncertainty. For others, it's a chance to reclaim their identity. Whatever your story may be, remember this. Belonging to more than one place isn't a privilege. It's part of the modern human experience. The rules may change, but your right to connect, to love, and to belong does not. That's all we have for this bulletin. The Visa Intel USA channel provides all necessary visa information and procedures for your U.S. immigration journey. We'll continue to share updates on U.S. visas, green cards, family immigration, and policy changes. If you haven't already, subscribe to Visa Intel USA for real-time updates, expert insights, and simplified immigration news. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.